The criticism of you that is most prominent is about the communication. It's the public health experts saying that it needs to be based in reality. And they're saying that the wishful thinking and the salesmanship is just not suitable at a time when a pandemic has killed 145,000 Americans. And it's that I understand what you're saying, that people need to hear positive thinking. But, you know, for the past 5 months, it's been the virus is totally under control, and the cases have been going up and the deaths have been going up.
Look.
But you've been saying it's under control.
Nobody knew what this thing was all about. This has never happened before. Other than 1917, there's never been anything like this. This was sent to us by China, one way or the other, and we're never going to forget it. Believe me, we're never going to forget it. Those people that really understand it, they really understand it, they said it's incredible the job that we've done. And again, I bring it up.
Who says that? Like, by the time you banned China, it came in through Europe.
Nobody knew the extent. Nobody knew how contagious it was.
But the question is, Mr. President,
maybe China knew.
By June, we knew things were bad. And, you know, the last time I was with you was the day before your Tulsa rally in the Oval. And, you know, you were saying big, huge crowd, it was indoors.
By the way,
these people, they listen to you.
Excuse me, Jonathan.
Yeah.
We had a tremendous crowd. We had tremendous response. You couldn't even, it was like an armed camp. You couldn't even get through. You couldn't get anybody in.
But I'm
we had 12,000 people. It was incorrectly reported. The other thing we had that nobody wants to talk about, that speech was the highest rated speech in the history of Fox Television on Saturday night. And nobody says that.
I think you misunderstand me. I'm not criticizing your ability to draw a crowd. Are you kidding me? I've covered you for 5 years. You draw massive crowds, you get huge ratings. I'm asking about the public health.
And I canceled another one. I had to cancel it. We're going to have a great crowd in New Hampshire.
Here's the question. You know, I've covered you for a long time. I've gone to your rallies. I've talked to your people. They love you. They listen to you. They listen to every word you say. They hang on your every word. They don't listen to me or the media or Fauci. They think we're fake news. They want to get their advice from you. And so when they hear you say everything's under control, don't worry about wearing masks, I mean, these are people, many of them are older people,
What's
Mr. President.
What's your definition of control? Yeah. Under the
it's giving them a false sense of security.
Now, I think it's under control. I'll tell you what.
How? 1,000 Americans are dying a day.
They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is. It should have been stopped by China, and it wasn't.
But now it's here.
We have
you're the
it
president.
here. The testing. We have tested more people than any other country, than all of Europe put together times 2. You know, there are those that say, you can test too much. You do know that.
Who says that?
Oh, just read the manuals, read the books.
Manuals?
Read the books.
Manuals?
Read the books.
What books?
What testing does?
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute, let me explain. Nobody's done it like we've done it. We've gotten absolutely no credit for it, but we've come up with so many different tests. The only thing that we have now is some people have to wait longer than we'd like them to.
It's a big problem.
When I took over, we didn't even have a test. Now, in all fairness,
why would you have a test?
There was no test.
The virus
for
didn't
this.
exist.
Because we are so much better at testing than any other country in the world, we show more cases. Right here, the United States is lowest in numerous categories. We're lower than the world.
Lower than the world?
Here's case death.
Oh, you're doing death as a proportion of cases. I'm talking about death as a proportion of population. That's where the US is really bad. Much worse than South Korea, Germany, etc.
You can't do that. You have
Why can't I do that?
You have to go by where. Look, here is the United States. You have to go by the cases. The cases.
Why not
death.
as a proportion of population? Look at South Korea, for example. 51 million population, 300 deaths. It's like, it's crazy compared to
another country.
I do. It's on
you
the.
Don't know that.
You think they're faking their statistics? South Korea,
I
an
won't
advanced
get into
country.
that because I have a very good relationship with the country. But you don't know that. But you're not reporting it correctly, Jonathan.
I think I am, but yeah, we do more tests.
No, wait a minute. Well, don't we get credit for that?
If hospital rates were going down and deaths were going down, I'd say terrific. You deserve to be praised for testing, but they're all going up.
You know, they very rarely talk.
60,000 Americans are in hospital.
If you watch the
1,000
news
dying
or
a
read
day.
the papers, they usually talk about new cases, new cases, new cases.
I'm talking about death.
But you have to look at this. This is the number of tests compared to the rest of the world.
I don't deny your figures. You've done more tests by far than the rest of the world. I don't deny that.
Because we've done more tests, we have more cases.
You
can take
more
it back. Check it out.
Mr. President, different subject. It's been widely reported that the US has intelligence indicating that Russia paid bounties or offered to pay bounties to Taliban fighters to kill American soldiers. You had a phone call with Vladimir Putin on July 23rd. Did you bring up this issue?
No, that was a phone call to discuss other things. And frankly, that's an issue that many people said was fake news.
Who said
that
it was
a
fake
false-
news?
I think a lot of people.
Do you read your written brief?
I do. I
Do you?
read a lot.
Really?
You know, I read a lot. They like to say I don't read. I read a lot.
Your daily
I
intelligence
comprehend
brief?
extraordinarily well, probably better than anybody that you've interviewed in a long time. I read a lot. I spend a lot of time at meetings. Usually it's once a day or at least 2 or 3 times a week intelligence.
Because this was apparently
talking
in your
about India,
brief.
talking about
Right.
with the problems with China.
Russia is supplying weapons to the Taliban. Isn't that enough to challenge Putin over the killings of
Well, we
US soldiers?
supplied weapons when they were fighting Russia too. You know, when they were fighting with the Taliban in Afghanistan.
It's a different era.
Well, it's a different. I'm just saying, yes.
Russia is supplying weapons and money to the Taliban.
I have heard that, but it's never it's never reached my desk.
The US troop level in Afghanistan right now is roughly the same as it was when
No, you're wrong. No.
Mr. President, I'm sorry. We have to do...
Okay, are you ready?
No,
We'll be down in a very short. It's already planned.
Well, that's a different
Let me
question.
explain. Now,
My question
we'll
to
be
you-
at 4,000. I'll give
When?
you the exact. Very soon. Very soon.
What will be the number? Very soon? 4,000?
Very soon. Yeah.
Like
very
how soon?
I don't want to tell you that.
On election day, how many American troops will be in Afghanistan?
Probably anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000. They should have never been in the Middle East. The decision to go to the Middle East and get into the Middle East was the single biggest mistake made in the history of our country. That's my opinion.
You told Fox News recently that you couldn't say whether you'd accept the results of the 2020 election. What does that actually look like as the sitting president?
So we have a new phenomena. It's called mail-in voting, where we're a
New?
governor.
It's been here since the Civil War.
And they're sending out
Applications.
governors,
Download them off.
millions of ballots.
No, they're not.
There
It's
is-
applications. The Republican Party has an extremely well-funded vote-by-mail program. Your campaign puts out emails telling people to vote by mail.
Correct.
Your daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, she did robocalls in California saying it's safe and secure, mail-in voting.
Because of the China virus, we're supposed to stay home, send millions of ballots all over the country, millions and millions.
Mr. President, Ghislaine Maxwell has been arrested on allegations of child sex trafficking. Why would you wish such a
Well, first
person
of all,
well?
I don't know that, but I do know this.
She has. She's been arrested for that. You know
Her
that.
friend or boyfriend
Epstein.
was either killed or committed suicide in jail. She's now in jail. Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well. Good luck. Let them prove somebody was guilty. I mean, do you know that
Oh,
she's
so you're
guilty?
saying you hope she doesn't die in jail? Is that what you mean by wish her well?
Her boyfriend died in jail, and people are still trying to figure out, how did it happen? Was it suicide? Was he killed? And I do wish her well. I'm not looking for anything bad for her. I'm not looking bad for anybody. And they took that and
mean,
they
she's
made
a
it
child alleged child
such
sex
a
trafficker.
big deal. But all it is her boyfriend died. He died in jail. Was he killed? Was it suicide? I do. I wish her well.
Let's move to Portland. I'm asking you about tactics and about the unmarked vans where they're rounding people up.
Do you know why they're unmarked? Because these terrorists, these Antifa people, these people that are anarchists and agitators, when they see the name on a uniform of a person, a policeman, a law enforcement person, they find out where that person lives. And then they go and they scare the hell out of the person's family. And so they do it for that reason. It's just common sense. There's nothing secret about this. I think it's a very good reason not to have your name. Why should you have identification? My name is Bill Smith, and here's where I live.
The dearest concern is the reports of people being rounded up and not being told why they're being detained. That's what's being investigated. And do you support that investigation?
Well, I haven't seen the result yet.
But do you
Let me see
support the
result.
initiative of it?
No, I think that actually
You don't?
I think Antifa should be investigated, not the law enforcement. Take a look at the violence.
It's
This
getting
is-
worse since they've gone in. It's
No,
getting
actually,
worse.
it's getting better. We've arrested a lot of people. You
Violence.
touch our courthouse, you go to jail for 10 years.
Turning to the rest of the country, we haven't seen protests like this since the 60s. You said you've done so much for African Americans.
I have.
For Americans out in the streets asking for change. Mr. President, have you ever met with a Black Lives Matter activist to hear them out, hear their arguments?
Pigs in a blanket, burn them like bacon. That was the first time I ever
Okay.
heard of black. That was 3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
Pigs, meaning policemen. Pigs is what they're referring to, in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
Would you meet with a Black Lives Matter activist?
I would, but I think right now when they paint,
Why haven't you?
When they paint the sign, nobody's asked for a meeting, right? Nobody's ever asked me for a meeting. Let me tell you, with African Americans, I'm doing very well. They had the best employment numbers they've ever had. They had the best job numbers they've ever had. They were making more money than they ever made. We were all set until we got hit by China with the virus.
You believe, though, Mr. President, that many police treat black people differently from white people?
Well, I hope not. Does anybody really answer that question accurately?
But what about not hope? What about analysis? What's your cold-hearted
I have
view
seen where there is a difference, and I don't want there to be a difference.
But why do you think black men are 2.5 times more likely to be killed by police than white men?
That I don't know.
It's
Police
systemic.
have killed many white people also.
But proportionally, what does it speak to?
It speaks to something, if that's the number, you're telling me a number. Okay, if that's the number, it speaks to something that to me is unacceptable.
And what do you do about it then?
Well, I think we've already done a lot of things.
But you haven't, it still exists.
Let me just tell you.
No. I understand your achievements. I know what you're going to say. I'm not suggesting you haven't done a lot.
I did more for the black community than anybody, with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln. Whether you like it or not, people say, "Oh, that's
You really, you believe you did more than Lyndon Johnson, who passed the Civil Rights Act?
I think I did, yeah.
How?
Because I got criminal
did you
justice reform done. I got prison reform.
Lyndon Johnson.
I've done things under my administration. African Americans were doing better than they had ever done in the history of this country. Next year will be a great year, unless it's screwed up by somebody that doesn't know what he's doing, which could happen, but I don't think it will.
John Lewis is lying in state in the US Capitol. How do you think history will remember John Lewis?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Do you find his story impressive?
He didn't come to my inauguration. He didn't come to my State of the Union speeches, and that's okay. That's his right. And again, nobody has done more for black Americans than I have.
I understand.
He should have come. But I think he made a big mistake.
But taking your relationship with him out of it, do you find his story impressive, what he's done for this country?
He was a person that devoted a lot of energy and a lot of heart to civil rights, but there were many others also.
There's a petition to rename the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama as the John Lewis Bridge. Would you support that idea?
I would have no objection to it if they'd like to do it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Would have no objection to it whatsoever.
Okay. Mr. President, you've been so generous with your time, and we really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much. Great honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.